Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jess and welcome to a new vlog. Today I am here by the Ganges in Varanasi, India. Varanasi is the city that originally made me fall in love with India and want to come and travel here, so I am so excited to finally get to explore this amazing part of the world. Varanasi by the Ganges is one of the oldest still inhabited cities in the entire world and is the heart and soul of spiritualism and the Hindu religion in India. Believers from all over India pilgrimage to this city to participate in the nightly ceremonies devoted to the god Shiva on the banks of the holy Ganges River. Hindus believe that being cremated in the Ghats by the river breaks the cycle of rebirth and death and gives them eternal peace. Although the city is strongly inhabited and visited by people from the Hindu faith, the city itself is a religious melting pot for Muslims, Buddhists and Jainism alike. The small winding streets, the colours of women's saris, the hustle and bustle of local marketplaces. It's easy to see why I had my expectations set so high for this city. I can't believe I'm actually finally here at this ceremony. This is pretty unbelievable. So after the ceremony we met this lovely guy. In fact, during the ceremony he took us upstairs so we had a better view of the ceremony, which was fantastic. And then we've gone and had some chai. And now we're going to go down to one of the burning ghats and check that out. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to film down there out of respect, which makes sense, but that's what we're up to tonight. Why is the Blue Lassi shop so famous?
It's famous because there is a lot of tourists there basically do lassi, and there is special lassi also.
I'm playing a little bit of Ludo.
You know?
I've got something in my pocket actually that I could probably give you. Oh, there it is. And this is what happens when you leave drunk people alone with henna. How are you feeling about these decisions, Rachel?
Oh, I am loving life right now.
I'd loved the colour and culture the city of Varanasi had shown us on our one-night stay. Unfortunately for me, something was missing. I'd been dreaming of walking the banks of the Ganges in this city for years, but given this was monsoon season, the river was so high there were no banks to walk along at all. The Ganges had crept all the way up into the streets and large parts of the city were closed off and underwater. We made a last-minute decision that we'd leave Varanasi and come back in a month's time. Welcome to a new vlog. Well, kind of a new vlog, not really a new vlog. You see, we're going to Varanasi, and as you already know, I've already done an intro for Varanasi. But what happened was we were here about a month ago, and while we had a great time for a couple of days, the river was so high, it just wasn't meeting my expectations of what I always dreamed Varanasi could be. So we've travelled around a bit more for a month, we've been to Nepal, and now we're heading back to Varanasi. And what I want to discover in this video today is whether it's worth to come to Varanasi during monsoon season when the river is high. We've got a top bunk. Rachel's in the top bunk over this side today, behind this wall. Hello. I was knocking.
The rain is too loud.
The rain is too loud.
We were hoping to get an early morning sunrise boat ride on the Ganges, and we've been told there are none because the river's too high. So after coming back a month later, it seems like we might have the same problem. We're going to take a bit of a sleep now, find out what to do later today.
Usually the water's down here,
Yes.
but it's up here. Okay. It's been my biggest disappointment of India. Varanasi during monsoon season is not the time to come to Varanasi. It's not to say you can't do anything, but it's definitely not what I expected. Technically now I can say I've been to Varanasi twice. Came here originally to see Varanasi, was disappointed by the water levels, and we decided to come back in a month. We've now spent a fair bit of money getting back here in another month's time. I'm here now, the water levels are even higher. It's another thing you have to watch out for. We had conflicting information about when was the best time to come and see Varanasi. The first hostel we stayed at even told us to stay another 3 or 4 days because the water level would go down by then. And we thought, well, maybe we could stay and do that and risk it. But we thought, no, you know what, we can come back. We may as well not just stay around. That is something you need to watch out for in India. A lot of people are going to tell you what you want to hear in order to get more money out of you. So they wanted us to stay at the hostel another few days, even though clearly we weren't going to be able to do what they were telling us we could do. Yeah. So that's been my biggest disappointment of India. I wanted to come and see Varanasi, and don't get me wrong, I'm seeing a lot of cool things about the city, but it's just not the Varanasi I've always wanted to witness. You need to be really careful in India because unfortunately you're constantly going to feel as if you're not always being told the truth, and you're not.
150-meter high.
And how much higher than usually?
Yeah, higher than usually.
How high is it usually?
Normally when it's go down, so now you can't see other side, but there comes the big beach.
We still wanted to try and make the most of our return trip back down to Varanasi, so on our last day we went on a walking tour to see some of the above water sites of the city, including traditional sari making, and of course we then spent one more night at the nightly ceremony on the Ganges River. Interesting turn of events. It was about 12:15, midnight, where I was asleep in bed, Rachel was still awake. Rachel gets a notification to say our train leaves in 45 minutes. We were like, what? We booked the train for the wrong day. So it turns out we're leaving Varanasi now for Rishikesh, 1 day earlier than planned. But that's okay. To sum up this vlog, what do I think about Varanasi? God, I could fall in love with Varanasi, but do not come to Varanasi in monsoon season. You are going to be disappointed. It's not going to be everything you wish that it could be. And we've been here twice now and it hasn't lived up to the expectations. Do not come to Varanasi during monsoon season. If you can, come at a different time of year when it's a bit warmer, there's less rain, the Ganges will be lower, you'll be able to take those boat rides and walk along the Ganges. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and watching this video. I'm Jess. If you did like the video, give me a big like, thumbs up, turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, love you, bye.